The crescent moon hung low. It bathed the crumbling temple in an eerie silver light. Broken pillars cast long, jagged shadows. The air was still. It hummed with forgotten magic. A lone figure walked through the ruins. He was young, no more than 17. A sword hung at his side. He moved with a grace that belied his age. The boy stopped at the foot of a giant stone statue. It was a fearsome warrior, frozen in time. Its eyes were closed, but the boy could feel their gaze upon him. He placed his hand on the statue's foot. A jolt ran up his arm. Ancient power pulsed beneath his fingers. He drew back his hand, startled. What was this place? The boy didn't know. He had no memory of his life before a few weeks ago. He had woken up on a riverbank, injured and alone. The only clue to his past was the sword. It felt like an old friend. He had wandered since then, drawn by a pull he couldn't explain. It had led him here, to this forgotten temple. He felt strangely drawn to it, like it held the answers he sought. A low growl echoed through the ruins. The boy spun around, his hand instinctively going to his sword. The ground trembled beneath his feet. Dust rained down from the crumbling walls. The statue's eyes flew open. They blazed with an inner fire. It was alive. The stone warrior moved. It stepped down from its pedestal. Each movement was slow, deliberate, but there was no mistaking its power. It was a guardian, come to life after centuries. The boy drew his sword. The metal sang. It resonated with the ancient magic of the temple. He didn't know how he knew, but he understood. He had to defeat the Guardian. It was his destiny. The Guardian lunged. The boy rolled out of the way, narrowly avoiding a crushing blow. He scrambled back to his feet. He had to be fast. He had to be smart. He couldn't overpower the Guardian. He had to outmaneuver it. The battle raged. The boy danced around the Guardian, his sword a blur of silver. He dodged and weaved, using the creature's size against it. Each blow he landed was met with a deafening clang. The ground shook with each step the stone giant took, but the boy was faster. He was starting to understand the flow of the fight. His fear was replaced by a strange exhilaration. He felt a surge of power. It flowed through him, from the sword to his arm, then through his entire body. He didn't know where it came from, but he welcomed it. He saw an opening. He lunged forward, his sword aimed at the Guardian's chest. The impact sent shockwaves through the ruins, throwing the boy backward. He landed hard on the ground, the breath knocked out of him. He looked up. The Guardian stood frozen. Then with a groan it crumbled. It dissolved into dust. The boy had won. He stood there for a moment, catching his breath. The crescent moon was hidden behind clouds now. The ruins were shrouded in darkness. But the boy felt strangely at peace. He had faced his destiny, and he had triumphed. He looked up at the moonlit sky. His journey was just beginning.